So, dear students, today I want to make with you a next step in the calculation of our beam cell. It will be creation of another beam cell that it was in the previous one. So the first our beam cell was a simple, and the next our beam cell will be more complex. So we'll do it according the picture number 49 in the methodical guidance. So this is the variant A we used when we created our scheme in the software LIRA SAPR. And now we need to make the design and add the scheme of variant B. It is complex variant of the beam cell. So as in a picture you see the differences between them. But the most interesting question it is to find differences during the calculation them. So we need to answer the question. So which of these two variants will be more effective according to the sections, according to the stability, and according to some special characteristics which we will compare between each other, between two variants. So let's start creation this scheme number 2. So the complex scheme, yes. So what will be our first step? First of all, we need to make the copy of our previous document. We'll make copy and the paste here. Let's give the name 2. It will be second variant. In this case, we can write first, for example. Okay, so here we also see our first variant. So we will move it from this place to the left or right part on maybe 10 meters. We'll move it on parameters on the x minus 10 meters. Or maybe 50 meters. Not so many. Okay, let's see. Minus, so I look to the coordinates. There are minus 15 meters. And now I will create something like this, but with some other characteristics of the beams. So I added the point 0 point. I will make the copy of this column. Put it here. Then I will make the copy of these columns and the vertical bracing elements. We'll make the copy by the node. I will show this node and this. Then I will select both of them. And we'll do the copy by nodes, again by node. Now let's look to this scheme and let's write the additional informations. So we see that the beam between two columns in longitudinal direction is the main beam. The beam number 1, it is the additional beam. Yes, number 2 is additional beam, and the number 1 it's a flooring beam. Okay, so the differences between them, let's see. Okay, according to the sections, here we apply the I-beam 33. I-beam 33. And in this case, it was I-beam in the first variant. I-beam number. It was the first variant. Okay, it was the first variant, number 33, I-beam. And so for second variant, we applied the I-beam 24, and then we applied I-beam number 60. So our main beam will have this section, and our secondary beam will have this section. Okay. So we'll make copy of the, or maybe not copy, we'll just add. Let's add the section. We'll add the section I-beam 60. So we use the normal I-beams 60B1. Here we'll write that it is a main beam. Main beam. I will make the copy of the main beam and will edit it. It will be secondary beam with the section 20. There was 24, if I'm not mistaken. 24. 23, 26. Secondary beam. Okay, I will choose the main beam. I will add the element between the main columns. There are two nodes. I will make the back of the model. And I connect the columns between each other. Okay. But I think it was mistake to add it in this position. It's not right. We'll add it, but some later. Before we'll add the main beam, because our calculation of main beam is some later. So here we just start the calculation of main beam. Here we apply two secondary beams. Number 60, it is secondary beam in transverse direction. So it's a number 2. This is I-beam number 60. And I-beam number 24, it is the beam between secondary beam. So it's a selling beam for selling. And the main beam will be the same like for this variant, because it's calculated separately in the next example, in this example, 1.3. So it means that I will use the previous one section for I-beam, for main I-beam, and will connect the columns. Okay, next. I need to add the secondary beams. So to add the secondary beams, I need to know the dimension between them, first of all, between two beams, and then the dimension between first beam and the column. So in this case, I saw that the step between two beams is 4.5 meters. And here I need to divide 4.5 into 2. So I need to check, is it the same size, so length of my beam in my variant. Right, it is the same. So I need to divide 4.5 into 2 meters. 2.25. So what I will do, I will select the node, and make the copy. Make the copy by the parameters. In axis Y, I will make copy in 2.25 meter. Then I will choose the, here is not main beam, it will secondary beam. It will directly secondary beam, secondary beam. And this beam will be what I told you, the cell beam. Okay, cell beam. Or sailing beam. Just a second beam. Okay. That was secondary beam, it will be second beam. I will choose secondary beam and we'll add it on scheme. Then I will make copy of this beam and we'll make the 3 copies on I-axis with distance 4.5 meters. So then I will add there was something wrong. That's right. because I selected not only the bars, so these elements, but also the nodes which located here, and they are created the additional nodes in the main beam. It's not needable. Then I need to add the second beams. One, two, three, four, five, for 1 meters, if I'm not mistaken. So in one place we divide it on 6. So here is we divide on 16 equal points, and here we divide into 6 right here. Some sailing beams with a step 100 millimeters. So it means that I will make the copy of these 2 points in X direction with 1 meter. One time. Now I will use my second beam and connect these 2 points. Then I need to make the copy. One meter 4 times. I will again choose all of them and will make copy by the node. I will show this node and this node. Now I need to add the secondary beam in the cross-sectional direction. Then I will make the copy of one node by node. I will choose second beam. Will add these nodes. Will connect these nodes. Then I will select this beam and make the copy by the parameters. 1 meter 4 times. Then I will select all of them and make the copy by the parameters. By nodes. That's all. So I have already finished of creating the second scheme. Now I will need to add the loads on this second scheme. I will select all of them and I will add 1, 0, 5 to the steel elements. I need to add the special characteristics to the beams. I added 2 beams, so I need to add also the characteristics because there are no characteristics of it. So mark of the steel, I will apply 235. For additional parameters, it will be beam 0.33. The safety factors I will not change. Okay, selection limitations I will be not change. Okay, so like material and apply. Yes. Next one, secondary beam with the same characteristics like the previous one. Secondary beam, material, like for secondary beam. And again, we'll press the button, OK, apply. Next, load, it is normative load. I will select my beams. And now I will select only the sailing beams, so the second beams. This is my second beams. Or sailing beams, if you will call it like in our study guidance. So they called this beam like sailing beams. So now I need to know the total length of them. One beam is 18 meters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I will multiply 11 to 80. 198 meter is the total length of my beams. Now I need to find the total weight of from normative load. All I need to do is to multiply the square. To find the square, I need to multiply the length on this. And then multiply to the normal load, 21. So there are 4,536 kilograms. And I will divide it into 198. So, not kilograms, there was kilonewtons. Sorry. So there are 22.9 kilonewtons on 1 per meter of this beam. I will choose the loads on bars by the direction Z, uniformly distributed load. And here in tons, okay, so it will be 2.2 tons, 2.29 tons. with some rule. So in this case, the load was 2. Oh, approximately equal. Okay, approximately. So that's all. We can pack the model, save it, and make the calculation. Oh, there was some problems with my main beam. Okay, I need to select it and add the stiffnesses. I wasn't added before. So now I will do it. Oh, I just selected the nodes. I need also add the select elements. I will select elements, properties, beam. The properties the same like for first scheme and the same for this. Okay, that's all. And now I will make the analysis of them. Two principal schemes with different elements, which I took from the manual calculation. There are in the second scheme there are no any information about deflections, so we need to add the information about deflections. First of all, we need to add the deflection fixes. In ends of structural elements. Not like this. I need to make the structural elements. I forgot it. Like in the previous scheme, I firstly created the structural elements. Structural elements. And the next one. And the last one. Now I will select these, make the commutation. There are some rules in this beam. It's not, I know this load number 1. Load number 1 is it. There are no reason to use this the presentation. Okay, so oh, okay. So I didn't add this element to the structural elements. So we need again select all of them and add it to the structural element. Okay, so we have less than 1 minute. We'll continue selection the main beam and creating the structural elements on the next object. Okay.
Okay.
So we need to delete this